Yeah, but one thing I have been skipping here was, well, we totally missed that cutscene, but
who cares?
Parakari said like, oh, I dropped one letter. Then so that's what I was saying before when I said this game can have a lot of backtracking in it. Is that if you only find the one letter and then just come back to him, he'll tell you that he lost another one. You go find that and come back to him, and he said like, I lost another one.
It's funny because Mario's a better postman than Parakari.
Yeah,
pretty much.
Pretty much. I mean, Parakari still ends up delivering, because that's a side quest you can do, and I'll probably be going for that, is you can find letters in the overworld and then deliver them to that person using Parakari. And you get star pieces for it, so it's a good use of your time.
You also get sort of information about like the side characters too, right?
Yeah. So it's
do you try using Parakari more as a partner in this playthrough? Because it seems like you try to experiment a little bit.
I still have only played up to chapter 4 at this point, because like I think where he gets really good is once you get his ultra upgrade.
Oh.
And I can't get that until chapter 5.
Yeah.
So we'll see what happens after that, but but like I said, both Paper Mario and Thousand Year Door are having kind of an issue with backtracking. Speaking of which, here's another thing that you might end up having to backtrack
Pokemon number 153.
So we saw
I plugged in Pokemon Red version into my Game Boy. I was walking around Route 7 listening to the delightful music, but the notes were slightly off.
Eating a delicious chili dog.
Eating a delicious Pokemon chili dog. And then all of a sudden, in the wild grass, I was attacked by a Pokemon. I became ready to fight it. Then it was level 101. It was this weird plant monster.
Okay, listen, I have something I need
to say. I didn't know what to do at this point. I couldn't run. I tried to flee, but it said, you can't flee. It knocked every one of my Pokemon out. I almost collapsed. And then, once my final Pokemon collapsed, I expected to say, you blacked out, and for me to respawn in a Pokemon Center. But that's not what happened. The plant began to attack me from the Game Boy in real life. Its eyes grew red. It hit me over and over and over. It hit me in the genitals. I fell over. I blacked out. When I woke up, I was inside the video game, but not in the Pokemon Center. I was surrounded by these plant monsters. They slowly ate away at my brains. I could see the code in their eyes. They had been corrupted.
That's all I got for my creepypasta.
You know, when we get to chapter 3, you know the boss character from chapter 3, right? You remember him?
No, I don't, Michael. I haven't seen this game 6 billion times.
Isn't it surprising that there isn't a creepypasta about him?
There probably is. Did you do your research?
I did ask on Twitter, why isn't there a creepypasta?
Open new tab.
Alright, Eric, rock the wiki for me real quick. Rock the gurgle.
Creepypastas. I just love the genre conventions of the creepypastas. How it slowly turns weirder and weirder. And then, hold on, the problem is I don't know how to find creepypastas.
So I had enough money to buy multi-mount, so I just backtracked to buy that real quick.
What was the thing you actually had to say?
Oh yeah, so what I was saying was that Bulbul back there, you might have noticed, we met 2 of them now, and both of them gave us a seed. So if you're playing this for the first time and you happen to miss that guy, you will have to come back for him later in order to access chapter 6. And there are 2 more of them. There are 4 of him not Franklin. There are 4 Bulbs in total, and each one gives you a seed. So to access chapter 6, you need all 4 of those seeds. So if you happen to miss a Bulb and you don't have that seed, you will have to backtrack to these areas to get them. Now the difference between this game and Thousand Year Door is that no matter how many times you play Thousand Year Door, they make you do the same backtracking every single time. You can't skip General White. You have to follow him around everywhere, and then he'll eventually show up in Far Outpost. But in this game, if you know where the bulbs are, if you know things from previous playthroughs, you can skip a lot of the backtracking. And that's one of the major reasons why I prefer Paper Mario over Thousand Year Door. Did you just paste something in the chat, my friend?
I found a like a sort of picture. But I don't know how to find creepypastas. I mean, that's just a picture though. It's just like this creepy weird picture of Tubba Blubba.
Yeah.
Oh wait, I'm sorry. Whatever, who cares?
Eric, you better censor that with the screams of dying children.
Who cares? How old is this game? This game's 2000, right?
2001. So 15 years, my fringle. Yeah, but this guy right here is just like, are you Mario? And then you have three options. You can choose Mario, Luigi, or Princess Peach. If you choose Luigi, you don't have to fight him. If you choose Mario or Princess Peach, you do. It's just like, so he's just like, wait a minute, you're not Princess Peach. Princess Peach is trapped up in Bowser's castle. You take me for a fool? I thinking you are Mario.
And then if you say Mario, what happens, Michael?
It's just like, I knew it. I'm gonna fight you. But you know, one thing that Goombario raises...
Hold on, what's this guy's name?
Bazaar.
Bazaar. Your Bazaar voice is perfect.
I don't even remember what I did.
You're like, I'm taking you off, Mario. It was like sort of Southern, but not quite. Like, it was perfect.
You know, like the way that they like spell out his dialogue, that's the sort of voice they're implying. But one point that Goombario raises in his tattle that's really interesting is just like, Eric, what gender do you think Bazaar is?
Gender neutral.
Alright. Because like
pansexual.
My gut reaction was that Bazaar was male. Cis male.
Disgusting cis white male.
But
one of those
Goombario raises the point that
heads.
Bazaar has a nest with eggs. So that means that Bazaar is probably actually female.
Most likely, not certainly. You know, penguin dads take care of the eggs.
You know, Bazaar is a deceptively difficult boss for the stage in the game, so that's probably why you can actually skip him.
Yeah, exactly.
Or whatever.
But you get like a shit ton of experience.
Yeah, so that's why I'm doing it. Well, also because I'm playing an LP, you know.
Yeah, I guess.
I mean,
which is why you
just
fight
keep wailing on him with para carry and you know, FP attacks.
That was Michael.
And you know, if you have healing items, keep yourself well healed, because it's just the chapter 2 boss is easier than Bazaar, I think, just because you've had more time to level up and you have more FP.
Yeah. But, one of those mini bosses that are harder than the actual bosses.
Yeah, one of those dang old things.
I like. Doesn't Mario RPG have like several of those, or does it just have that one near the end? Of like bosses that are harder.
Eric, I want to read a tweet I just received real quick from Name Redacted. It says, Exoparadigm Gamer, you and Haydock should do a face swap. It would give me something to fap to. Smiley face.
From what? Okay.
Yeah, I just thought I'd share that real quick. But
somebody. No, I'm fucking. Yeah, that's really professional. Let's go on fucking Twitter in the middle of our Let's Play, Michael.
Well, it's just I keep getting notifications because I've got like the Twitter tab open next to the Google Drive, so it's just like every time I get something, I get a notification, then I read it because I'm impulsive.
In this wiki, this is like a pretty shitty, like clearly fan-made wiki. They refer to Bazaar as he, with he. And in the like more official sort of looking, yeah, they say he. So 2 wikis say he. But it is a good point. Hold on. What are buzzards actually like real birds, or are they? Yeah, they are.
I think so.
They're not just like a different name for.
I'm
wait,
going to look
a
up male buzzards and
Wait,
see if they lay eggs.
hold on. Buzzard is the common name of several related species of birds of prey.
Okay.
So, I'm guessing that they're probably some sort of buzzard where males take after the eggs. Anyway, how about that Tubba Bubba creepypasta?
You know, I don't think that Paper Mario really was that they. I don't think they did the research on birds of prey and concluded, oh yeah, let's have a bird character that looks after eggs and make that a kind of a joke.
We shall sue Nintendo.
I don't think that that's what they were going for, but anyways, the best way to kill these guys at this point in the game is to use power mounts.
Okay, so do Banditos first show up in Yoshi's Island?
Yep.
Okay.
They were blue and red in that game, but they're pink in this game.
That's red enough.
This game actually has a lot of Yoshi's Island references in it. Like one of the bosses and one of the bosses
Does it have a lot of Yoshi's Story references in it? What?
Not really.
What's an original besides like the clearly like obviously never used again enemies? What's like a something that Yoshi's Story invented that like was
Daisies?
used later? Daisies. You're right.
Yeah, they're in this game too.
Yeah. Yoshi's Story is sort of like is it a good game?
I was thinking about reviewing it at some point. Just as like let's look at something that's so nostalgic for me.
I think that God, I don't know if it was the Game Grumps. I stopped watching the Game Grumps a while ago, to be perfectly honest.
Yeah.
But somebody played Yoshi's Story and sort of shat on it the whole time, and I was wondering whether or not that held any water. And if I mean, with the Game Grumps, it's
Yeah.
Aaron hates a lot of video games.
My
and then
impression
Danny disagrees.
is that people liked Yoshi's Island more and were disappointed with Yoshi's Story.
Oh, so it's sort of like almost like a initial reaction to Wind Waker sort of scenario.
Kind of, except people didn't come. I don't think many people really like Yoshi's Story all that much.
Yeah, Aaron played it with Barry.
Because it's just the thing about Yoshi's Island for me is that the game just feels too long. It just kind of drags for me. That's my experience. It's not everybody's. If you love it and it's your favorite platforming game ever, then don't let me stop you. I'm just making my claim on it. And I used to really like it. It's just when I reviewed it, I'm like, I think I'm thinking about actually redoing that review.
Which
in
one?
particular?
Sorry,
Yoshi's
I was
Island.
distracted. Yeah.
Because feel like I could have maybe done a little better with it. I just kind of included it because it was a Super Mario Advance game,
Well, I mean, aren't all those sort of remake or rebreaks pretty old?
Yeah.
Old technology, old EPG in general?
Like what I think I want to do is do one video where I look at Deluxe, Advance 1, Advance 2, and Advance 4, just give brief updated thoughts and roar scores to them, and then do a new actual review for Yoshi's Island.
Oh, okay.
Because it's, for the most part, I still agree with what I said about the
Everything
actual
else.
Mario games, but with Yoshi's Island, I don't know, if I'm being honest, I really, because when I made those videos, it was back before, Remake or Rebreak was a thing that people watched. It was just like, oh, we'll do this. I want to review the Mario, the versions I grew up with.
Review the Mario.
I want to review the versions of the game that I grew up with, but if I do that, then people will wonder why I didn't review the regular version. So it's just like, I don't know. I'll do both, and I'll do a remake thing.
my signature series.
Yeah, that's the story of how Remake or Rebreak came to be, and then
At least
it became way more viewed than anything else I'd made. So I kept making them, and people liked them for some reason.
I have a question for you. How do you feel about the fact that, even though those are your older videos, you feel like you've come a long way, that those are still by far the most popular videos on your channel, except for
it's
Sonic
just-
Boom, which is a different situation entirely.
Yeah, this is Chuck Quizmo, by the way, just real quick.
Yeah,
He'll
like-
ask you questions about the game, and if you get them right, you get a star piece. And they're actually
I encountered
quite...
in the wild Pokemon 154. He looked at me in my eyes with his top hat and his glasses.
Shut up!
Listen, I just like making creepypastas.
Like, I
Don't hate the
think there
player,
are
hate the
30
game.
questions. 30 or 60, actually, from Chuck Quizmo. Like, I 100%ed this game once, and there are a surprisingly large number of questions from this guy. And the thing about him is that he appears randomly. So, like, if you're walking through town, he might show up. So, like, if you want to get all the star pieces, you basically gotta keep walking in and out of a room until he shows up. But,
Okay,
I mean, like, as for the remake or re-break videos, like, it doesn't really bother me because I made those videos earlier and they had more views to begin with, so it makes sense to me why they'd have the most views, you know?
yeah. Well, no, that's not. Okay, I know that the video just ended, but I think this is. That's not it. Okay, out of your top, hold on. 17 videos. Out of your top 16 videos, only 2 of them aren't remake or re-break videos.
Yeah.
And there are videos that you released before these videos that are significantly lower in terms of views.
Yeah, well, if I'm being honest, I don't really like anything I've made until basically Ratchet and Clank. And even then, I still have some problems with how those turned out. So it's what it is. Like, I don't care that people don't watch my Luigi's Mansion review.
Everybody go watch his Luigi's Mansion review. And
Yeah, that's
make
my
mean
first one.
comments to
I
annoy
can't
him.
get through the first 2 minutes. So if you can actually watch the whole thing, then I will send you a warm cookie in the mail. And you can consume it whilst watching the video again.
Astros, he will not send you a cookie. He will send you a dick pic.
All right,
I
that's
will
the end
send
of
you
that episode.
a package of semen.
Okay, at some point there, we ended the part.